Hi everybody, we are here to talk about getting a great night's sleep, which is something that is so important for overall health and well-being, but something that so many people struggle with. And if you do your own research on how to get a better night's sleep, you're almost always going to come across melatonin. So I'm here to talk to you about melatonin, the pros and the cons, the do's and the don'ts. So before we get started, my name is Dr. Olivia Joseph. I hold a bachelor's degree in biology, I hold a doctorate in chiropractic, and I'm board certified in Chinese medicine. In addition to that, I hold a diplomate in clinical nutrition from the American Institute of Integrative Medicine. So what I am here to tell you is for the last 15 years, I've not only been studying and teaching on how to get a great night's sleep naturally, but actually clinically in practice, implementing these methods with the people that I get to work with. So first of all, what is melatonin? Melatonin is a hormone, and it's a hormone that your body makes. So you might be thinking, if my body makes it, why do I need to take it? Because so many things in our daily life can interrupt our melatonin production. Screen time, working on your phone, working on a computer, not getting enough natural sunlight during parts of the year, parts of the country, or even first thing in the morning. Because what that does is it resets your sleep clock and tells you to make melatonin 12 hours later. So one of the best things you could do to make more melatonin on your own is get your face in the sun for at least 10 minutes first thing in the morning. Or a great doctor that I work with who specializes in biohacking and sleep, one thing he always says is, never miss a sunrise. You want that light directly on your face, on your eyelids, without glasses, without sunscreen. But some people live in parts of the world where they don't get enough sunlight. Some people also have to start their work day early and can't go outside, and they're on a screen all day long. Other things that influence your melatonin production are your other hormones like cortisol and your sex hormones. Certain neurotransmitters that are made in the gut affect your melatonin production. Last but not least, too much stress, too much caffeine, unstable blood sugar. So by now you understand there's a whole lot of reasons why you may not be producing enough melatonin. So is it okay to take melatonin? It absolutely is. But you don't want to take too much because it will make you groggy. And if you take too little, or if you take melatonin without the appropriate cofactors, you may not see results. So if you're one of those people that's thinking, well, I've taken melatonin before and it didn't work, here is why. If you're somebody who's taken melatonin and you found yourself groggy, here's why. So melatonin short term is intended to help you fall asleep, not stay asleep. So if you're taking it to stay asleep, that's not what it's for. It will help you fall asleep. And using it short term doesn't have any negative effects. But if you depend on that and only that ingredient by itself without the appropriate cofactors, what you can do is become dependent on it because your body will no longer be making enough on its own. So it's really important that you have good sleep hygiene. Like I said, you limit your screen time, or you wear blue light blocking glasses. You can set up your computer screen and your phone screen to limit some of that blue light, but you also need to get that natural sunlight on your face, on your eyes, if you can, first thing in the morning. And you want to work on minimizing stress, using things like magnesium, which keep you from overproducing cortisol, doing things like cutting off your caffeine intake and keeping blood sugar levels really, really stable. These are all lifestyle things that help, including exercise. But when it comes to melatonin, melatonin is to help you fall asleep, not stay asleep. When it's combined with appropriate ingredients such as theanine and 5-HTP, that's a much better formula to help you stay asleep. Because 5-HTP helps your body to make more serotonin. Serotonin's a happy hormone, so is dopamine. Now, serotonin converts to dopamine to help you stay asleep. So melatonin helps you fall asleep. Dopamine helps you stay asleep. So taking 5-HTP will help convert to more dopamine. But another thing that's very effective is theanine. L-theanine's an amino acid that can be used in a big age range. Theanine has been used in children. It's been used for anxiety, for sleep, for better attention and focus. Well, this amazing amino acid just helps promote calmness. So when it's combined with good sleep hygiene and lifestyle habits, with things like magnesium and with other great ingredients such as B6, GABA, that's another important ingredient that helps you fall asleep, stay asleep, and get more restful sleep. So I don't recommend high levels of melatonin. About 1 to 3 milligrams is enough. It really is. But I don't really recommend melatonin by itself, because when you combine it with some key ingredients and lifestyle habits, you're going to be sleeping like a baby. If those tips do not help you, then there's a reason why. And then you have to unpack and figure out what that is. And there's great testing out there for cortisol levels, for sex hormones, for neurotransmitters, for blood sugar and things of that nature. This is something that works a majority of the time. And there's a lot of beautiful calming ingredients too that help, such as lemon balm and passion flower and valerian root. But when you're shopping for a sleep aid, be careful of just melatonin by itself. Unless you're using it just to fall asleep, and then I don't recommend it long-term by itself. So I hope some of those tips help you get better sleep. Sleep is so important, because without that rest, our bodies cannot fully regenerate and recover. Without that rest, our sleep, our energy, our mood, our blood pressure, and even our blood sugar can become a problem. So proper sleep is so important, and I hope some of these tips help you get more of that. Thanks.